Again, you'll have to ignore the fan in the back. It's just too hot in the UK right now, and you might hear some traffic outside because I've got my windows open. But I wanna talk on something that I wish I'd done a lot sooner, and that is just staying true to myself and what I believe in and what I want to do. But before we get into the video, I just wanna ask you guys, if you're not subscribed already, please subscribe, because this is something that I want to do full time, and we're building a good community right now, and I want everyone to be a part of it. If even if you're not just on this self improvement stuff, because I'm just trying to be a relatable guy. I'm working 9 to 5. I said that in a lot of other videos. There's a guy working a 9 to 5, 21 years old, working on his dream. But yeah, a lot of you guys will know already. I sort of got into like side hustles, and when I first started like this sort of self improvement stuff, I had an idea of who I wanted to be, what I want to do, even if it was 10 years in the future. But naturally, when you get into this journey and you meet new people, obviously they have different beliefs and ideas, and you like just talking, like you think like, all right, like, yeah, that's true, like I've never thought of it that way, or oh yeah, that's actually some great advice. I ended up not completely losing like my identity, but because in the back of my mind I was always there like, oh no, like I don't really agree with that. But there's a few things, and especially because I got into like online sales, and sales was never my bag. Like I never gave a shit about sales a day in my damn life. But I ended up doing it because, to be honest, the side hustle at the time, it suited my 9 to 5 schedule. A lot of these people doing these side hustles, they don't work. They might like work jobs, but it might be part time, or the hours are really short. With me, I was doing a full on apprenticeship. I was trying to get a qualification. For, I think at the time I was doing that 42.5 hour weeks. I was, going away for work, staying away for work, doing tests and all this shit. So I was a busy guy. On top of that, I was going to the gym. I was boxing at the time as well. So I was doing a lot. But this side hustle that I was doing, it just, like 4 hours a day is nonsense. Way more than that, but that's how it was sold to me. Yeah, and it involved sales, but sales, like I said, it was never my thing. So I was doing it, I was meeting all these new people, and obviously they have these beliefs, and the way people position themselves online, 9 times out of 10 is from a position of authority. And in sales it makes sense. Obviously you're not going to learn from a guy that is openly admitting that he's not making money, he's completely new to this. You're going to go to the guy that is living your dream life, or it seems that way. Yeah, I don't really want to get into it, because I say it seems that way because there's a lot of people that are just bullshitting their way through the whole thing, but you guys are probably aware of that. But yeah, like so I didn't become one of these guys, but I was certainly in the space. Like I was involved. Never lie to people. That like, because I still like deep down, like I knew it was wrong. Like I couldn't bring myself to do it. Sorry, hang on, let me mute my phone. I couldn't bring myself to do it because I was like a regular guy. I was still with my job. I think because of my job and I'm close to my family, those two mixture of things, it never allowed me to fully like go in and live this life. And believe it or not, I wanted to do this YouTube stuff ages ago. Just record myself like I am now. Like I just got back from work. Hard day's graft, and come home and record a video and just be myself. Because that sort of space, it didn't allow you to be yourself. You're almost like putting on a front. The people I'm seeing now, or a couple people, I think they're, in my opinion, I think they've seen me and what I've done. I'm not saying I've made it. I've got like 326 subscribers. I was, I had more subscribers a few days ago than I do now. I think they're sort of seeing me, and because I was quite vocal about it on my Instagram, follow that as well if you want. Is just my name, exactly like my YouTube name, I believe. Adam Hurd, but Hurd spelled with 2 D's rather than one. Yeah, because I wanted to do these videos. And the whole point of these videos, I'm not here to tell you like, oh yeah, no, I'm doing YouTube full time now, like, oh yeah, I'm a legend, I just, cut around, doing all these things. No, like, I work a 9 to 5. Do I think it's the best thing? No. Is it the worst thing? No. Could my life be much worse? Yes. And that's another thing that was completely thrown at me, is a 9 to 5 is shit. I've spoken about it before. That put me in like a bad position. And yeah, I sort of ended up, I was in the space for 2 years, and I was working like a dog, like an absolute dog. It was just ridiculous. Then I did end up coming around and be like, this is nonsense. I think the last 2-3 months, I was just toying with, I was like, is this what I want to do? Like, these people that are in the space, like, regardless of who I am, no matter if I'm not like them at all, people are going to look at me and be like, oh no, like, he's one of them guys, like one of them little nerdy guys. Like, you guys have probably already made the assumption that I was one of these crazy guys, course sellers. I was selling a course, but I found it cringe, but I still went through with it. Never to the degree of these fucking like Forex traders and stuff like that. I tried to keep it as human as possible, but I was told that's not what works. Like, you've got to position yourself as, like an authoritative figure, which again, it makes sense, but it just wasn't me. But luckily, I came round, and now, even though I'm not making no money from this YouTube thing or any other side hustles, just my 9 to 5, and I'm, slogging my guts out, is worth it, because I can look at myself and be like, you know what? I'm happy with who I am. And that's all that matters. And hopefully that, shows through these videos as well that I am just a normal guy, 21-year-old guy, trying to make something happen with his life, because that's all I am. I'm no better than anyone. Maybe my beliefs in the things I do are slightly different to the normal 21-year-old, and my ambitions, but I'm literally just a guy that shows up to work every day, works hard, goes to the gym, probably have the same passions. I enjoy football, boxing, UFC, and all things like that, especially self-improvement. But one day we'll make it. But just don't lose yourself, because trust me, it's not worth it. I think I experienced what it's like to actually like act like someone you're not, and then it like takes an effect on you, and you sort of come around and you're like, what the fuck was I doing? I'm probably making it sound like I was way worse than what I actually was, but I just knew deep down that life wasn't for me. And now I feel like I'm so different, and I've matured so much, and I've changed so much. Obviously, I was living that life every day. That you would talk to me and you wouldn't think I was probably that different to what I am now. That the people in my job, they weren't looking like, oh, flipping, like, this guy's changed. Because I was just Adam Hurd. I was just the apprentice that turned up, empty the bins, clean up, getting grilled, and working hard. That was just me. Like, I was able to sort of bounce between the two lives very well. But it did get to a point where I was like, nah, like this isn't for me. Let me stop. And it took me a while to actually find these videos. I think I stopped in March and didn't start recording the videos till this was last year. It must have been last year. Yeah, it was last year. Like I stopped March 2025. Was started doing like Instagram and TikTok, like a mixture throughout April and all the way up until October. And then October I posted my first YouTube video, which is pretty crazy. But I did start with like maybe 100 subscribers because I was posting YouTube stuff to do with my old side hustles. But yeah, like guys, don't lose yourself. Stay true to yourself because it will pay off in the end. Trust me. And that's what I'm going through right now. Still learning, but we're getting there.